Hey guys, Coach Tyler here, owner and head coach of Momentum Throws. I have Glennis Wolridge. She goes to Mansfield Timberview High School, I believe. She is a senior thrower this year, so this is our third or fourth session together. I'm going to be working with her this fall and see if we can't make some things happen for her senior season. I'm really excited for her. She has some great potential. I'm glad that she's choosing to focus on her throw skills this fall. It's going to pay dividends once we get into the spring and ultimately her senior season. So we'll watch it 2 times through full speed just to check it out. I'll add some notes. I'm going to talk about some things that we have discussed and ultimately end up with the notes going forward. I should know this is her first day rotating. She's been a glider the last 3 years. So this is brand new rotation for the shot put. Super basic stuff. I'll kind of talk about what I like to do for brand new throwers for rotational shot put here in just a second. Okay, so number one for me is this. When inexperienced and younger throwers think to rotate, just the word rotate is spinning in a circle. You get in the ring and you turn. But you're trying to throw the implement straight. A discus, there's some variation, but shot put, sometimes you get it to the right, sometimes you get it to the left, but it's not a whole lot of curve. It goes straight. It's just a matter of which direction you're trying to get it, which direction you ultimately get it to go. And because of that, I simplify rotating to just 2 directions. That's forward and that's backwards. I have her facing forward, which you can kind of see she did okay, but this is a very, very common thing for younger throwers to do, is they want to turn now. They want to immediately get in here, turn their body, start spinning. But this causes her to back into the ring. And so some of the first things I do to teach the rotation is a step and turn drill sequence, a walk in South African drill sequence that will just kind of teach them the linear portions of the throw. In a rotational event is just as important as getting in there and spinning fast. You slow them down, you walk them through it, it helps. Now, we started with synchronizing left arm and hips. Hip shoulder shot is my main cue that I use for the very beginning in the shot put. And she does a pretty good job with this. Hip is out in front, chest is open, she's able to push elbows underneath. That's not bad. That's not bad. And again, this is her first day rotating, so it's going to look a little bit rough. It's going to look a little bit off the first day. Hopefully we can do a comparison video in a few months and you'll see a big difference. Now, the first thing I see is her head's down. She's a softball player, has played softball, so it's pretty natural for her to have her head down. But her head is down, her left arm is down. It's in that direction. We want everything to actually be up here. So that's going to be the first thing that we address going forward, is get everything up and level. Now, I teach my throwers to face this direction and step. I call it a big step. So you got to sweep the right leg. You got to get the right leg out in front of your body. Okay, step to the middle because we're walking through it. We're not trying to cheat our turn. We have to get forward, get the right foot down, and then start rotating. We cannot skip that first half of the ring to get drive across the ring. We're just kind of backing into it. That's something that I think is pretty blatant and pretty obvious that we need to work on. But I do like that her shoulders seem to stay level. Her hips don't really pop up too much, as you can tell from this line. And she does a good job executing this portion of the throw. Now, it's really flat. She did say that she had some issues with the throw being flat, not knowing how to get the throw up and the trajectory up. And, there's a couple of things that throwers can do to correct this. But I tend to go back to, let's get our feet in the right place, first and foremost. When we're doing a power throw, we're never in this position. The left foot is even, almost in front. It's cutting your right foot off. You can't feel the legs or the hips rotating. You didn't properly drive and get the right leg active, so you don't really feel the tension and rotation on the right leg. You just kind of, like I said, you backed into it, stepped through it, so everything is going to be flat. Now, if we are able to fix, first and foremost, getting everything level and up at the start, okay? And getting our right leg out here with everything still facing in that direction, right? We talked about going down to the power position, so that's going to keep our center of mass here. This is where we want it to be. Instead, it shifts forward. Now our center of mass is way up here. And there's no center of mass back here. So all of our weight is right here. But the implement is here. So that's something that we need to correct for sure. And then obviously the end. I'm a big fan of teaching my throwers. Left side is going to set the angle. Okay, so the left arm is super flat. We don't have any angle for the shoulders. We don't have any lift and hip push and drive. There's not going to be any height. So once we get the footwork down, once we get the placement down, the shoulders down, and we stop trying to spin and just kind of walk through and get the placement of everything in order. Then we can start lifting with the left, pushing with the hip, driving through with the shoulder, finishing with the shot. Right? Again, guys, this is her first day rotating. This is also probably her first fall training the throws, and definitely her first few sessions working with me. So I'm already impressed considering we haven't done a whole lot. She's strong. She's going to be a good one. It's just going to take us some time, and we have all fall to correct and get some things cleaned up. She's going to be one that competes indoors, so I cannot wait, to get to some indoor meets and see what we can do. But if we can clean those things up, once we do, the rest of the throw is going to come together really, really nicely. I tend to try and make things super simple for you guys, and I think you'll be able to accomplish it no problem. Good job.